Purpose does the gentleman from Massachusetts rise?
Mr. Speaker, I have an amendment. Mr. Chairman, I have an amendment at the desk.
The clerk will report the amendment.
Amendment offered by Mr. Mcgovern of Massachusetts, page 9, line 6. After the dollar amount, insert the following: reduced by $3,500,000. Page 33, line 11. After the dollar amount, insert the following: increased by $3 million. Page 33, line 12. After the dollar amount, insert the following: increased by $3 million.
Pursuant to House Resolution 628, the gentleman from Massachusetts, Mr. Mcgovern, and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Massachusetts.
Mr. Chairman, I yield myself 3 minutes.
The gentleman is recognized for 3 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I want to thank Representatives Walter Jones, Representative Shea Porter, Tsongas, Bordallo, and Moore for joining me today and offering this amendment. They are leaders and champions in support of the benefits that service dogs provide to our servicemen and women on and off the battlefield. This amendment establishes a $3 million competitive grants pilot program for qualified nonprofit organizations whose mission is to address the physical and mental health needs of veterans and service members with the assistance from trained service dogs. This is a very modest amount of money when we consider the need of our veterans and the number of organizations around the country dedicated to addressing this need. Many of our service members return home from the battlefield suffering from traumatic brain injury, PTSD, blindness or impaired vision, the loss of a limb, paralysis, impaired mobility, loss of hearing, and other mental and physical disabilities. Too many struggle with suicidal thoughts or find themselves unable to reintegrate back into family life or their communities. Working with the trained service dog is a proven aid for these wounded warriors, the merits of which have been documented in decades of programs for civilians with similar mental and physical challenges. Providing grant opportunities for groups professionally engaged in this field is critical to ensuring that our military and our veterans receive the care that they deserve. In December, I held a briefing that brought together experts to look more closely at the impact service dogs have on veterans' care. Medical experts, nonprofits, and veterans with trained service dogs participated, including retired Navy Lieutenant Bradley Snyder, who lost his eyesight to an IED while serving in Afghanistan. He was accompanied by his Fidelco-trained guide dog, Gizzy. Fidelco is a nonprofit guide dog training organization in Connecticut. Lieutenant Snyder has since gone on to compete in the 2012 London Paralympics Games, where he won 2 gold medals and 1 silver medal in swimming. John Moon and Service Dog Rainbow represented the National Education for Assistance Dog Services, a nonprofit accredited service dog provider founded in 1976. Based in Massachusetts, NEEDS has trained more than 1,400 assistance dogs. Since 2005, it has been actively working to bring service dogs to veterans of the Iraq and Afghanistan's wars. Brett Simon is a veteran handler for police canines, twice deployed to Iraq as an explosives detector canine handler. He described his work as a dog training specialist at Canines for Warriors Academy in Florida. We also heard from Rick Yount, the founder of the Warrior Canine Connection. The WCCC Service Dog Training Therapy Program has operated at the National Intrepid Center of Excellence at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda since October 2011. I'm very pleased to see that this bill continues to provide funds for this very special program. Mr. Chairman, there are scores of similar organizations across the nation. A modest grant pilot program will ensure that they reach even more of our wounded warriors with the assistance of a service dog. I urge my colleagues to support this amendment, and I'd like to yield a minute of my time to my co-sponsor, Congressman Jones of North Carolina.
Gentleman from North Carolina is recognized for 1 minute.
Mr. Chairman, I thank the gentleman from Massachusetts. 2 weeks ago, I went to Walter Reed Hospital. I was told that 2 of my Marines from Camp Lejeune had been severely wounded in Afghanistan. The first Marine I saw was 23 years of age. He had lost both legs and an arm. His father was there from Louisiana, and I saw pain, I saw worry, I saw sadness in his eyes. The second Marine I saw had stepped on a 40-pound IED and lost both legs, he was telling me about his little 8-month-old daughter and his wife. They were not there, but I heard that. I know that these service dogs are making a difference in the life of the wounded, whether it be mental or it might be physical. And this $3 million, when we're spending billions in Afghanistan, it would be a sin and a shame if we cannot find the $3 million to put into this program to make sure that those who have given so much have a little bit of support and a little bit of pleasure in having a loving animal that's been trained to give support to that person that's given so much for this country. So I yield back the balance of my time, and I hope that this amendment will be accepted. I will yield to
the committee would like to thank you, the gentleman from Massachusetts and the gentleman from North Carolina and your colleagues for sponsoring this amendment. The $3 million would be added to the $3 million which the committee, Mr. Mcgovern and I, put into our bill for similar purposes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for yielding.
I yield to the gentleman from...
I appreciate the gentleman yielding. Would add my voice to the chairman and thank both gentlemen for raising this issue and offering the amendment. Strongly supported.
Thank you. I yield back. Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. I yield back my time.
The gentleman from Massachusetts has yielded back the balance of his time. All time having expired, the question is on the amendment offered by the gentleman from Massachusetts. Those in favor will say aye. Those opposed say no. Opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is agreed to.